Room makeovers rarely happen as quickly as design shows would have us believe. In reality, they often take days or weeks, months, or even years to complete. Over the course of the last couple of months, I've been slowly adding bits of European farmhouse charm to our adjoining dining room, kitchen, and pantry area. And although there is still much I want to do, I can already see my vision coming together. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to Our Home on Lawrence. My name is Carin, and I'm absolutely thrilled that you've chosen to click on my video today. So if you watched last week's video, you know that I painted my grandparents' French provincial vanity in a color called Templeton Gray by Benjamin Moore. And I'm using that vanity as a writing desk in the corner of our dining room so that I have a place to sit and edit videos. So I also mentioned in that video that I loved the color so much as it was going on that I was toying with the idea of painting our lower kitchen cabinets in the same color. So I also said that I was going to take some time to think on it, that it was a big decision, and that I wanted to be sure before I took the big leap. But guys, it's just paint. And if I'm wrong, if I don't love it the way I think I'm going to, which I don't think is going to be the case, I think I'm going to love it, I can always change it. I only have the cabinets here that you see and one small sliver of a cabinet that is a spice rack to the left of the stove. So I bought a quart of paint, and I think that's going to be more than enough. I've already got some primer on hand. I can tint that with the sample paint that I actually used for the vanity. So I think at this point, that's really all it's going to take. I'm also going to paint these poles that are on there now. These poles are not my favorite thing in the world, but until I find my forever poles, I'm going to go ahead and keep them. But I am going to try to paint them in a more gold finish. So what I did was I bought a can of bonding primer. I've painted hardware in the past, and it didn't take very long for it to start showing signs of wear and tear. So I'm hoping that this bonding primer is going to be the game changer. Painting hardware is never really a long-term solution, but I think that I can maybe get a whole lot more longevity out of the new paint color by cleaning them properly ahead of time and using the bonding primer. So fingers crossed that that works out the way I have it in my head. So since I'm so anxious to get started on this project anyways, let's just get into it. If you watched the video where I painted the doors in the dining room black, you heard me mention that I have not always been great about priming before I paint. As much as I love to paint, priming has always seemed tedious to me. I think it's because I want the instant gratification of jumping straight into the paint and seeing that color on whatever surface that I'm painting. But with age comes clarity, and in certain situations, priming is a step that just should not be skipped. So, much like the doors in the dining room, the cabinets are going to get at least 2 coats of primer before I begin the process of painting. It never ceases to amaze me the power that paint can have. There was a time that I would have given anything for an all-white kitchen, but I am craving warmth in this home, and this shade of blue is just so perfect. It picks up on the blue in our dining room rug beautifully, and it all blends in so seamlessly. I also wanted to take this moment to talk to y'all about a couple of the other projects that I am thinking about for this kitchen. First off, I would love to replace a subway tile backsplash with some kind of a stone. I think stone would add a layer of warmth and texture to the kitchen and would be absolutely beautiful. I am not sure when I would be able to tackle that. It may be next year, but that is definitely something I want to do in here. Another smaller DIY project that could happen sooner rather than later is I'm thinking about building some kind of a mantle to hide the vent hood. I'm thinking something that would have maybe some corbels on the sides. I don't know. I'm playing with some different ideas, but it would definitely give a little bit of an architectural interest to that little section. And then give me a place to decorate, maybe hang a piece of artwork. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but I definitely think that may be coming to a video in the very near future. Like I mentioned in the intro of the video, these pulls are not my favorite, and eventually I would love to find something different. But for now, I've chosen to just give these pulls and the hinges a bit of an update. After giving them all a good cleaning, I start by spraying a couple of coats of this bonding primer, and then once that dries, I'll move on to the metallic gold paint, and then at the end, which I don't think I ended up filming, I will give them a clear coat for added protection. All of these steps I'm hoping will add to the longevity of the paint on the hardware, or at least until I find something that I love even more. Well, that's it for this week's video, y'all. I hope that it was an encouragement to you if you are ready for a big makeover in your home, but just aren't in a place where you can do it all at once. Making small changes a little at a time really can make a big difference. Our kitchen already feels cozier just by painting the lower cabinets and trimming out the window. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the channel. It means the world to me that even one of you is interested in what I'm working on. So until next week, y'all. Bye.
Bye now.